Greetings, everyone. My name is Ramona Banks, and I will be presenting my poster presentation, ePoster presentation on preventing boundaries in online education through social connectedness and a collaborative spirit for the Ashford TLC Teaching and Learning Conference 2019. This poster was previously presented at the Stanford Psych 1 Conference, July 2016. This poster presentation defines social connectedness and a collaborative spirit and provides elements that can be used to increase both concepts to offer the online student a more personable learning experience. Social connectedness is defined as the measure of how people come together and interact, and collaborative spirit is the process of two or more people or organizations working together to realize shared goals. Elements of social connectedness and collaborative spirit are, for social connectedness, interesting and engaging instructor profile, a welcome message to students to make the instructor more relatable and will help the student to be more optimistic about contacting the instructor, incorporating a learning style preference inventory in your welcome message, and ongoing advising messages. Elements of a collaborative spirit are sharing quotes and or inspirations, incorporating real life events, incorporating poll everywhere, providing engaging feedback. Ways in which we could foster social connectedness within our chorus is to provide an instructor profile during the first day of the class, of which we're all expected to do so. We're all required to do so. Also providing a welcome message. We could provide this welcome message as an announcement, of which we're required to do so. But going beyond that, we could also email our welcome message to each individual student. And Civitas is a wonderful tool in which allows us to do that effectively and in a time efficient manner. Another way in which we could foster social connectedness within our chorus is to provide a learning style preference inventory during the first week of our chorus. In doing so, we provide this method as an icebreaker to inform the students of ways in which they could learn best. The learning styles preference inventory is not a means of providing a stigma against the students, but just providing information on how best they may learn within a chorus, especially an online chorus. Another way in which we could foster social connectedness within an online chorus is by providing advising messages. I do so within the middle of the chorus, and I do this via email within Civitas for each student. Really quick email in the subject line, we could provide just checking in for students that may be falling behind within the chorus, or in order to provide continuous motivation for students to do well in the chorus, our subject line could be, "You are doing an excellent or great job." If you wanted to, you could also provide an advising message closer to the end of the chorus, just to let the students know or help the students gauge where they are within the chorus. If you accept overdue assignments at this time, the student would know that an overdue assignment is welcome. However, I let my students know that if they do submit overdue assignments, there will be a penalty added to that. However, they are more than welcome to submit the assignment. Providing those advising messages opens that channel to where your students would feel comfortable in approaching you about whether or not if they can submit overdue assignments. Ways that we can foster collaborative spirit is through inspirations and quotes, of which I send weekly. I send one quote or a couple of quotes weekly, once a week, to my students. And that keeps me engaged with my students, vice versa. This is also a wonderful method if you do not have a discussion forum that week. So you're connecting with the student continuously on a continuous basis, with or without those discussion forums. We could also incorporate real life events or movies in our course. We could share a weekly movie. Normally I share mine on Friday, of any movie that relates to concepts or theories that we're studying, or I include a movie clip or a poster or any type of information that may relate and clearly convey concepts or theories for my students within my guidance posts, my lectures. We could also use Poll Everywhere, especially during that first day or week, as an icebreaker for our students. This helps them to become a little more comfortable in the chorus room, given that we're using something that they could easily answer, a survey of posting, pinning where they are, pinning where they're from, or where they vacationed before, or maybe a state or a place where they would want to visit in future. This also opens up doors of commonalities or incidental similarities between our students so that they can engage each other in discussion. And we could also pin or post what we favor as well, which makes us approachable to our students, which they may in turn come back and ask us a question about what we have shared. We could provide engaging feedback. The best place to do that is within Waypoint by providing in-text feedback to our students. When we do that, we demonstrate to them what exactly we're looking for when we say that there's awkward sentence structure. If we provide a correction on the sentence that they write, they would see a demonstration of that and then have a better understanding. Or if they're not clearly understanding a concept or a theory based on how they state a sentence, we could help them to restate that sentence by saying, could we state this sentence as, and then go into stating that sentence as such within our in-text feedback in Waypoint. Here are some additional tips for both our students as well as ourselves in fostering social connectedness and a collaborative spirit within our courses. Time management is a major thing for our students, a major factor for our students to be able to be successful within the online course environment. By sharing resources or helping them to understand the importance of good time management, effective time management, I believe would help them. Means in which or ways in which we could foster social connectedness or a collaborative spirit within the chorus is providing those high-tech, high-touch methods of which I just shared with you, and also using any external resources that we feel would be beneficial within the class. Anything that helps our students to better understand what we are discussing in the course would be an effective external resource that we could use, such as Khan Academy videos or any type of YouTube clips if we need to do so. Additionally, we could also provide personable feedback in emails. If they're stating that they don't completely understand how to provide a citation, if we have any resources that we can share and they're writing this to us in an email, referring them back to the announcement section if you have provided resources there is a wonderful way to do that. However, I also believe that we could say that we understand what they're saying and provide additional resources if we can. I also try to log in as frequently as I can. If I'm teaching more than one class, I usually try to give myself a Tuesday, Saturday break. However, I do check emails every day. But logging into the course room, I try to log in as often as possible, just in case if my students may have any questions about their assignments. If I answer readily, then they may have less stress or anxiety about completing that assignment. And if you want further details or explanations on each of the elements of social connectedness or a collaborative spirit that I have just shared, I have created a YouTube video. You could scan the QR code here to connect with that YouTube video that goes into more detail about my ePoster presentation here. And here I am sharing my references. I want to thank you so much for listening in on my ePoster presentation, and I look forward to chatting with you during the Ashford Teaching and Learning Conference 2019. Thank you once again.